this lesson, we'll be determining a function. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define a function as a relation and determine whether a graph is a function. So in determining if it's a function, each input, the x, only has one output. Each x has only one y. The y value can be used more than once, but the x value cannot be used more than once with two different y values. So we can decide if it's a function by looking at ordered pairs, making sure we don't have the same x value used twice. We can look at a table to make sure that the same x value isn't used twice, a mapping, and then a graph to make sure the x value isn't used twice. So to determine a function from a graph, we have to make sure that each number on the x-axis has only one point from the y. And the easiest way to do this is check using a vertical line test. So remember that the vertical line is up and down. So a graph is not a function if the vertical line crosses the graph at more than one point. So let's try some of these. Number one, use the vertical line test to determine whether each graph is a function. So the graph is this blue circle here. So that's our graph. So if we did a vertical line test, we would see that it is not a function. Because see this vertical line? At x equals 2, I also have a y of 3 and a y of negative 3. So the two ordered pairs would be 2, 3, and 2, negative 3. So my x value has two different y values. How about this one with the curvy line? Is that a function? Yes, because if we use the vertical line test, it doesn't cross the blue line more than once. In this arrow graph, if we use our vertical line test, we would say, no, it is not a function because our x value of 3 has two y values. It would be at this point of 3, 3, and this point down here of 3, negative 3. Determine whether each situation is a function or not. The amount of money in your lunch account each day. So you can see they're graphed here, their points, so 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, negative 1, 4, 2, 5, 0, and 6, 6. So yes, this is a function because I can't draw a line. Anywhere I draw a line for an x value, there's only one dot for the y value. Number of grades in each class period. So in this one, this is not a function because there are A's and there's two of them in this class one, and then there's 1, 2, 1, 3, and 5. So this vertical line for grade of a B, we have different y values. So it's not a function. So let's look at a few of these. This first one. My graph is the blue dots. The vertical line test. Yes, this is a function. Here's the graph, the blue line, and the dotted line is my vertical line test. This is not a function. Here are different points on the graph. My vertical line test says it is a function. The graph is this blue line, and the red line is my vertical. It is a function. A blue line, this curvy one, and the red line is my vertical line test. It is not a function. It crosses the blue line twice. Here are these points on the graph, these blue dots here, but the vertical line test has 2 points. It is not a function. The blue V here, and then my red vertical line test shows that it is a function. In this one, all my dots go on the same x value, so it is not a function. The output depends on the input. If the graph makes a circle, is it a function? No.